Good morning, everybody. Should I say Shalom to my Hebrew nation and my Hebrew kingdom, the 12 tribes of Israel, the God of Israel, chosen seed or people in the earth. Shalom to you. This is Prophet Queen Elishaba, and I'm here today to speak to you, Israel. Israel, I'm here today to speak to you prophetically. Prophetically, okay? Give me one moment. I have a word of knowledge and a word of wisdom from the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel, the God of the Hebrew kingdom, and the God of the Hebrew nation. That would be the 12 tribes of Israel. I'm his prophet in the earth. I'm his messenger. I'm his seer. I'm his queen in the earth today. He chose me to be all of those beautiful, beautiful things for him. So I'm here today because I need to divinely speak to you, Israel, about something that the God of Israel spoke to me about. I would say, matter of fact, let me get the date for you, okay? If I can. Give me one moment. Let me get the date. Let me get the date here. I would say Tuesday. I would say Tuesday. Tuesday, I believe between Tuesday and Wednesday, the God of Israel spoke to me about something that I needed to tell everyone that I knew. He wanted me to share the information. He wanted me to share the word of knowledge, the prophetic, the message that he spoke to me Tuesday or Wednesday. Not this Tuesday, Wednesday, way up there before Easter even came. The week before Easter. The week before Easter. He spoke to me. He said, tell everyone that you know that they need to keep 7 laws for 7 days. That's what he told me. So I immediately got in contact with my son. I got in contact with my sons, both of my sons. I got in contact with my sister. Got in contact with some of my friends. Got in contact with whoever I could get in contact with. And I told them what thus said the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel, Ahio. I told them exactly what he told me to say to them. I told them that he said 7 laws for 7 days. And I told my grandson also, and it's amazing to me as the prophet of the God of Israel, Ahio, how don't nobody know what the law is. Don't nobody too much know what the law is, what the law is in the Bible. They never heard of the law. because everybody has been so conditioned and watered down in their mind to follow the New Testament. And that's all they need to do is know about Jesus and understand Jesus and what Jesus wants them to do. They know absolutely nothing about the God of Israel, the Lord. Absolutely nothing. And it's amazing. How can a world, how can a society of people live in this earth without knowing, understanding, and reading the law and the covenant of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel? How? How can a people even exist in this life, in this world, in this earth, without even knowing and observing and reading and understanding the law? Well, you can't exist. You cannot exist. You cannot progress. You cannot be successful without the law of the God of Israel. That's the blueprint that we're supposed to follow as Hebrews, children of Israel in the earth. That's our blueprint. And it's amazing. My grandson, I text him, and I'm gonna go into what I am here for. I'm just laying the foundation right now, what I'm talking about. My grandson, I text him. I say, well, the God of Israel told me to get in touch with everybody. He don't even know who the God of Israel is. Okay, who is the God of Israel? Oh my God, that is so sad to me. And he don't know who the God of Israel. Then I said he want me to tell everybody to keep the law. He said, what law? What law? I don't know what you said. A law. I said the law of the God of Israel. And he didn't understand what I was saying to him because see he been taught by his mama, his grandma, and all of them to believe in the Christian church and what they teach and what they going on with. So he didn't listen to me. He ignored exactly what I tried to say to him. Not only him, everyone that I text or everyone that I tried to get in touch with, they absolutely ignored what the God of Israel wanted them to do. And it was very, very important. It was very, very important that they do what the God of Israel told me, his prophet, that he wanted them to do. Or should I say Israel to do. So it was 7 laws, he said, for 7 days. So each day you're going to read 7 laws out of the Torah. That's what I was told to do. Okay, and he took me all the way back to law number one. I have already taught the whole 613 laws, law by law. I have did that on my radio channel. I have did that whole 613 laws. I taught law by law. So I'm very familiar with the laws that's wrote up in the King James Version Bible. Okay, very familiar because I have taught them. So he said, I want you to go all the way back to law number one. All the way back to law number one, he said. And law number one is dealing with, and he said, I want you to do 7 of them laws. Every day you're going to do 7 laws for 7 days. And the law number one is to know that there is a God. That's the very first law. And then it went into not having no graven images, not having no statues, not committing adultery. It went into all of that. Absolutely, what it was saying, just the 7 laws for 7 days was refocusing. He wanted to refocus the children of Israel back to their God. And this is why I had the mandate to do what I had to do. He want to refocus the children of Israel back to their God so they can understand who he is, what he wants them to do, how he wants them to do, and when he wants them to do it. That was the whole focus of the 7 laws for the 7 days, was understanding who the God of Israel and understanding who the children is, who you are, and what it is that you cannot do, what it is that you cannot do that the God of Israel is against. But everybody rejected, okay? And this is the problem. And this is what's going on today. You got a whole society. You have a whole society of people in this world, in this earth, that are rejecting the real God for other gods. So the 7 laws for 7 days was to refocus Israel back to their God and back to what they're supposed to be doing as his people. So the next day I woke up after I began to tell people what thus said the God of Israel. The next day that I woke up, the mother of Jerusalem spoke to me, the great Holy Spirit, the Rawak. She said, they rejected. They rejected. They rejected. So all of those people that I told what the God of Israel wanted them to do, and they rejected. The mother came back and clarified that they rejected what the God of Israel wanted. The Father, He's gonna reject them. He's going to reject them. I don't know in what way and how, but I know because they rejected Him, He will reject them. So I'm here today. The 7 laws for 7 days. I did it. I was obedient. I did what the God of Israel wanted me to do. I didn't have no one else to come along with me, but me as his prophet. I must do what my father tells me to do. I must. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I must. So I went on and did what I supposed to do, kept the 7 laws for 7 days. So at the end of, well, in the midst of me keeping the 7 laws for 7 days, reading the 7 laws for 7 days, I began to ask the God of Israel a question. I said, God of Israel, I said, Father, what do it mean? What do 7 laws for 7 days mean? Why is it? Why do you want us to keep 7 laws for 7 days? And he began to speak to me and tell me why. Tell me why. He said, 7 times 7, he said, is 49. 7 times 7 is 49. That's what I was told. It's 49. 49, biblically speaking to you, mean release, the year of release. That's what 49 means. You got 49, then you have the 50th year coming right behind the 49, which is Jubilee. Which is Jubilee. So he spoke to me, he began to give me understanding and wisdom and knowledge and understanding to what 7 laws, 7 days mean. It means 49. It means the year of release. So I am here today to speak to you prophetically about 2025. You don't understand what it is. They don't understand what this year is and what this year means because you can't hear the God of Israel. You don't know the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are higher on that level where he can speak to you and tell you what it is and what it is and what high it's got to be. And none of your leaders, GOCC, and none of your churches and your leaders can understand and hear the God of Israel on that level. Only a prophet that the God of Israel higher chooses to be his prophet can hear him on that level. Just like Moses could hear him, Aaron could hear him, Samuel could hear him. Okay? David and all the rest of them could hear him. Okay? Elijah, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, because they was the prophets that the God of Israel chose. And he only speak to his prophets. He don't speak to no elders and no one else. He only speak directly to his prophets. His prophets can hear him plain and clear. So that's why I'm here today. 2025. And let me pull up the word release first before we continue to talk to you prophetically about 2025. And 7 times 7 means 49. That I was prophetically given to by the God of Israel to keep 7 laws for 7 days, which means 49 laws altogether. Those 49 laws that I had to keep. Not keep, well, keep and observe and read them. I had to, I had to read them every day for 7 days. So let's pull up the word release first. We have a few Bible verses, precepts that we're gonna read. Let me give you the title of this video. It's the year of release. 2025 sabbatical year. It's a sabbatical year. It's the 49th year. Next year would be 50. It would be the Jubilee year. It would be the Jubilee year. This is what I was told by the God of Israel. Ahia is his name. So you are in the 49th year. Okay? The 49th year. It's the year of release 2025 sabbatical year remnant GOCC and all churches let Israel go. This is the topic of the video today. The sabbatical year is 2025. It is the year of release for the remnant, for the chosen seed and of his remnant. Israel was always have been chosen, but he only after the remnant right now. Only the remnant will be released this year. 2025 is a very, very prophetic. This year is going to be one of the most amazing years in the history of, how can I say, in the biblical history of man. It's going to be so amazing. the things that's going to take place this year is going to blow your mind, Israel. It's going to blow your mind because this is the year of release. And I already told you when 2025 came in, which was March the 3rd, that's when our new year began, March the 3rd. That's what the God of Israel told me it was, March the 3rd. So we are in the second month, March, April, May. We're going into the third month. We're going into the third month. Okay? And three is a very symbolic, sacred number when it comes to the God of Israel. It's a very symbolic, sacred number. Three. So we're going into the third month of the new year. And I told you in 2025, I made a video reflection of 2025. I made a video and I was speaking to you prophetically, telling you that the God of Israel said that this year in 2025, He's gonna pull the foundation away from up under the children of Israel. He gonna take everything that you're standing on. In other words, He's gonna strip you down, Hebrews. Everything that you trust in, believe in, got your hope in, got your faith in, all the things He gonna pull. He told me, March the 3rd. This is what I spoke to you right here on YouTube. He told me He gonna pull the whole foundation of under you. He gonna strip everything away from up under you that you are standing on. I told you that already. I spoke that to you prophetically. And as you can see, that's been almost 3 months ago. May the 3rd will make 3 months that I spoke that to you. Okay? So it's going to be a lot of things going on because this is the symbolical year. It's the year of release. How do I know that? Because the God of Israel showed me how to calculate it. He showed me how to count back. I know when I know exactly when it was 50 years prior to this 50 year coming up. He showed me how to calculate it. He showed me how to count back to give me understanding and clarity that we are in the year of release, the sabbatical year, and 2026 will be the Jubilee. It will be the Jubilee year. 50. So let's look up the word release right now. Okay? Release. The first definition for the word release. See, it's all about releasing the remnant, the children of Israel. It's all about releasing. All the churches, all the ministries, GOCC, all of these people that's over these ministries, churches, and camps, and synagogues, and mosques, all they have to release the remnant. It's time for the remnant of the God of Israel, Ahia, to be released. It's our year. It's time for our transformation to take place this year. Yes, everything will be took away from up under us. So the God of Israel can get our attention and He can release us because that's what it's all about. It's the year of release. So yeah, you got a lot of people that's waking up right now, leaving GOCC, leaving Christian churches, leaving all kind of ministries and churches. Why? because it is the year of release. So let's re-release. The meaning, it say allow. The first definition for the word release, and we got about 3 or 4 scriptures. Allow or enable the escape from confinement, set free. Allow. Can y'all hear me? Allow or enable to escape. See, from confinement. See, we've been in prison. We have been in prison for over 500 years since we've been on this side of the earth, away from Jerusalem. We have been in confinement. We have been in prison. Okay? We have been in prison, but we are about to be released. Our oppressors, they have to let us go. Hebrews, they have to let us go now. The God of Israel is ready to free us. He's ready to free us. Allow or enable to escape. The remnant will escape, but you got to have a prophet. You got to have a prophet of the God of Israel to show you what you got to do, how you got to do, and when you got to do. That's why I'm here today to tell you about 7 times 7. You got to get with me, Hebrews. I have information that I need to teach you, that I need to tell you, that I need to show you, that you need to understand so you can release yourself, so you can free yourself, so you can escape. So you can escape. Without a prophet, you cannot escape. The children of Israel, every time they had to leave Babylon or Egypt or anywhere that they was confided into, they had to have a prophet to go get them to release them. When they was in Babylon, it was Jeremiah writing letters and stuff, talking to them, telling them what they had to do. He sent Moses to Egypt. So the next definition for release is allow something to move, act, or flow freely. See, in order for us to serve the God of Israel higher, we got to be able to act, move, flow freely. And this is why we have to be released from our oppressors. There's no way that you're going to serve the God of Israel and do what the God of Israel wants you to do as long as you are in confinement, mentally, physical, and spiritually. You got to release yourself. Mentally, you got to release yourself. It's the year release. Physically, you have to release yourself. It's the year release. Spiritually, I'm speaking to you prophetically what I hear. Spiritually, you have to release yourself. It's the year of release. You can no longer hold on to the things that you believe is holding your life up and holding your life together. That's why the God of Israel going to snatch everything. He's going to snatch food from you. Water, money, everything going to be snatched away from up under your foundation you're standing on, so you can wake up and see Israel clearly, remnant, what you have to do. Because as long as you hold on and tied up and confined it up to all these things in the world that the beasts have set up for you to think about and look at, you'll never be able to release yourself. It's the year of release. It's the 49th year. It's a radical year. Number 7. 7 times 7 is 49. We are here. We are here. We are here. According to the God of Israel and his word. We are here. It says, I'm still reading the definition for the word release. The action or process of releasing or being released. Okay? Being released. And we're going to go into our precepts now. We're going to go into, I just want to read the definition for release. Now we're going to read the year of release, because that's exactly where we are prophetically right now. It means transformation. It means divine intervention. In the Hebrew, it's called Shemitah. Shemitah. It means year of release. Shemitah. Shemita. Shemitah. 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 It says, the year of release refers to a few different concepts. A sabbatical year in Shemitah, a period of debt forgiveness, and a biblical concept of a year of release. Shemitah is the 7th year of a 7-year cycle where the land is left fallow. It also involves releasing debts and allowing anyone to harvest only less produce. The sabbatical year, Shemitah, involves leaving the land uncultivated for a year every 7 years, as mandated by the Torah. So when our ancestors was in their own land in Jerusalem, on the 7th year, the sabbatical year, on the sabbatical year, every 7 years, they was not allowed to cultivate the land. They was not allowed to cultivate the land. Debt was released. Debt was released. So we're going to go to our Bible verses right now, precepts. Let's go to Deuteronomy 15, 5 through 12. It's the year of release. We can no longer be in confinement. Spiritually, we cannot serve no other gods, no other man, nobody but the God of Israel. Mentally, physically, and physically, we must release ourselves. And because the children of Israel, the remnant, won't listen because they're so tied up and involved in this beast system that the God of Israel going to have to shake them and snatch everything away from up under their feet that they're standing on so they can be released. Because he told his daughter, that's the only way. They're not going to listen. They're not going to quit. They're not going to stop. I have to snatch everything away from up under their feet. And that's exactly what's going on right now in your economy. Okay, let's go to Deuteronomy 15. Deuteronomy 15. That's why a lot of people leaving Elder Ricard Church right now because it's the year release. They don't know why they leaving. It's the year of release for the remnant. Deuteronomy 15:5. Not only his church, a whole lot of churches and ministries. Deuteronomy 15:5. And the prophet, wait a minute, Deuteronomy 15:5. Let's start at verse 1. Let's start at verse 1. Deuteronomy 15:1. At the end of every 7 years, we are at the end of the 7th year. We're going into the Jubilee next year. This is the 49th year. This is what the God of Israel wants you to know and understand, Israel. This is a very, very prophetic time. Very prophetic. And this is why I know the God of Israel higher spoke to me about the 7 times 7, the 7 laws, 7 days, and how he told me the new year, March the 3rd, that he was getting ready to snatch everything away from up under the feet that Israel is standing on. He's gonna deal with the economy. He's gonna deal with the economy. He's gonna deal with everything that this beast has set up that's got Israel focusing on that and that. He's gonna snatch. He's gonna snatch. So everything is in play. Everything is in motion. Everything is flowing the way that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob wanted it to flow. At the end of every 7 years, thou shalt make a release. I just read to you what release means. It's time for a release. It's time for a release. It's time to be free. It's time to escape. It's time to do what our ancestors did when they was in Egypt. It was time for them to escape, release themselves. And it's time again for the children of Israel, the remnant, to release theirs. So it's the sabbatical year. At the end of every 7 years, thou shalt make a release. Hebrew number 8059. Remission of debt or suspension of labor, release. It's time to start working for Pharaoh. All them jobs and factories and all that stuff you Hebrews been spending all your life, all your time building their cities, building their construct. It's a suspension of labor. We not in Jerusalem. We in confinement. We are in confinement. We are under our oppressors, our slave masters. You are Israel, not me. I'm under the God of Israel. I'm his prophet. I don't belong to no man. I belong to him. But it's time for the labor to be released. You notice what's going on now? All these factories and all these big corporations and businesses and a lot of things are just shutting down and closing up. Why? Why, people? You don't understand why. It is the year of release. That's what I'm telling you it is. They don't have no control over it. It's the God of Israel. It's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's the God of the Hebrew kingdom and the Hebrew nation that's stirring everything the way that He wants to stir it, the way that He wants it to go. He's going to snatch everything that you're standing on is real, away from up under your feet. That's why all these big corporations closing because it's the sabbatical year. And it's time for the remnant to be praying, to serve the God of Israel. Let me go back and read. Deuteronomy 15. Thank you, God, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I give you glory, honor, and praise. You're a great God, Father. Deuteronomy 15, 1. At the end of every year, thou shalt make a release. And this is the manner of the release. Every creditor, you notice how your president talking about releasing debt, forgiving student loans, and he dealing with credit cards and all this stuff now he going into. Exactly. It's because the God of Israel, it's the year of release. It's the sabbatical year. Prophetically, it is the sabbatical year. These people don't know the time. They don't know the season. They don't understand the God of Israel. They know absolutely nothing about the God of Israel. He only going to speak to his prophet what it is. And this is the manner of the release. Every creditor that lendeth all unto his neighbor shall release it and shall not exact it to his neighbor. This was talking about us when we was in our own land, our ancestors. They would, they had to just release everything and everybody from that. But now we're not in our land. We over here on this side of the earth. It shall not exact it is his neighbor or his brothers because it is called a highest release. This is what it's called, the sabbatical year. A highest release. Not your president, not your governor, not your Congress, not nobody. It's a higher release. This is spiritual. It ain't got nothing to do with the natural and the physical. This is all spiritual, what's going on right now in this earth or in his earth. Deuteronomy 15:3. Of a foreigner thou may exact it again, but that which is thine with thy brother, thy hand shall release. So a Gentile, it don't matter. You can keep on charging them they debt and they interest and all of that. That's what the God of Israel told our ancestors, the children of Israel. If you have Gentiles living among you, yeah, you can exact their debt. You don't have to release them. I'm not dealing with them Gentiles. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about your brother, your Hebrew brother and your Hebrew sister. You have to release them from that debt. Whatever it is that they owe you, whatever it is that you say they owe you, release them from that debt. That's where we are prophetically. We got to release each other. Hebrews, we got to release each other. We've been holding each other accountable. But yeah, she didn't give me this back, or they didn't do this, or they didn't do that, or they did this, or they didn't do that. We got to release each other now. Remnant. I'm only speaking to the remnant. We are one. We are one nation under our God, Ahaya. We're not a separate people. We're not a different people. We are one. And we will flow together as one. Verse 4, Deuteronomy 15. I'm going to take this all the way to the 12th verse. Say, when there should be no poor among you, for Ahijah shall greatly bless thee in the land which Ahijah thy God giveth thee for an inheritance, to possess it. Only if thou carefully hearken unto the voice of Ahijah thy God, to observe to do all these commandments which I command thee this day. For Ahijah thy God blesses thee as he promised thee, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, and but thou shalt not borrow. Thou shalt reign over many nations, but they shall not reign over you. If the children of Israel, our ancestors, would have just kept Ahijah's commandments, they would have ruled over many nations, reigned. They would have had so much, they had so much wealth, they lost all the wealth, everything, and went into slavery. And this is the result of the conclusion of the matter, that we are on this side of the earth and we are their children. Deuteronomy 15:7. If there be among you a poor man, or one of thy brethren, talking about a Hebrew, within any of thy gates in thy land, that's Jerusalem, which Ahijah thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thy heart, nor shed thy hand from thy poor brother. Even today, if there is a poor brother or sister, Hebrew brother or sister among you, you should not shed your hand unto them. You should give them freely. It's the year of release. It's the sabbatical year. It's time for us to help the poor. It's time for us to help each other. It's time for us to help one another. It's time for us to serve the God of Israel. It's time for us to work for the God of Israel and not for man anymore. It's time for us to be released from our labor of working for man. Verse 8. But thou shalt open thy hand wide unto thy Hebrew brother or sister, and shall surely lend him sufficient for the need and that which he wanted. This is the year of that. The sabbatical year. We must open our hands wide, Hebrews, to one another and give. Give to our poor Hebrew brother, our poor Hebrew sister. Give. Open our hands to them. Excuse me. Verse 9, Deuteronomy 15:9. Give him whatever he wants, whatever he needs. We are the remnant. Beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart saying, the 7th year, the year of release. That's exactly where we are right now. Is at hand, and thy eyes be evil against thy poor brother, and thou gives him not. And he cry unto Ahijah against thee, and it shall be said unto thee. Excuse me, all of a sudden my allergies up. It shall be said unto thee. We are in the year of release. We are in the year, I'm speaking prophetic to you. This is the 7th sabbatical year, 49. It's the year of release. You better open up your hand wide. If you have money in the bank, you have money here, whatever you got, you see your Hebrew brother or sister in need, you better open your hand wide. Why? Because this is the sabbatical year. This is the 49th year. This is the year of release for the poor. The God of Israel is ready to release us as one people, as one. You don't understand the prophetic. You don't understand where we are in the prophetic. You don't understand what time it is. Yes, yes, it is time for us to be free. It's time now. It's that time. Verse 10, thou shalt surely give him, and thy heart shall not be grieved. Y'all, all of a sudden that I'm talking this, all of a sudden my allergies want to go up and I'm coughing and all of that now. You know, thou should not be grieved. Thou should not be grieved when you give your Hebrew brother or your Hebrew sister. You should not be grieved. It's the year release. Just an example. Just an example. I know what time it is. I know what I got to do as the prophet of the God of Israel. I asked my mom to do something for me about a week ago, and my sister got involved. My Hebrew sister, because I'm a Hebrew woman. She got involved and she tried to stop my mom for giving me what I asked her for. She really did try to come against me, and she don't understand that this is the year release, and the God of Israel is watching a lot of things that's going on right now with the children of Israel. Verse 11, Deuteronomy 15. For the poor should never cease out of the land. Therefore command thee, saying, thou shalt open thy hand unto thy brother, to thy poor, and to thy needy in the land. Verse 12. And if thy brother, a Hebrew man, see, or a Hebrew woman, be sold unto thee, and serve thee 6 years, then in the 7th year thou shalt let him go free from thee. Y'all might have to end the tape. I'm telling you. Don't mind the attack. I rebuke y'all. I rebuke. Let me try to get some water or something. Let me try to get some water. Let me try to get some water. Okay? All of a sudden I come on. See, Satan he don't want this kind of information. He don't want this kind of knowledge and wisdom and understanding that comes from the God of Israel. He don't want this to be addressed over YouTube. You don't want it. That's why he's attacking me right now. Because I'm speaking something prophetically that's going to help the children of Israel move forward from here. See, you got a lot of children of Israel right now leaving churches, leaving ministries, leaving camps. You got a lot of them leaving, but they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do because they don't have no prophets to tell them what to do and to show them what to do. You got to have a prophet, Israel. You have to. You don't even know that you are in the year of release. This is a sabbatical year. You don't even know that. You don't know that. You don't know what's going on prophetically. You don't understand what's going on spiritually. You don't understand what's going on with your president. The God of Israel is in full control. Trust me. Everything that's going on in this world, everything that's going on in this economy, he in full control. This is the year of release. It's time for us to be free. You won't have no job because the sabbatical year, when you look up the Hebrew definition for release, it's a release from labor. Release from labor. You won't have no job in a minute. I told you this the third month coming up, and May is the third month according to the Hebrew calendar. We're gonna go to the next precept if I can, as long as I stop coughing. This is the third month coming up in May. 3 is sabbatical. 3 is a sacred number when it comes to the God of Israel. A lot gonna go on in May. Spiritually speaking to you, prophetically speaking to you, divinely speaking to you. A lot gonna go on in the month of May. A lot of things gonna happen. Not no good things. Things that's gonna happen to get Israel to wake up. To wake Israel up, the remnant, the chosen. You gotta be woken up. And the only thing, the way you're gonna wake up if the God of Israel take things away from you. That's the only way. That's the only way Israel ever woke up, is when the God of Israel stepped in and began to take things from them, took their food, took their wives. They started dying and dropping dead in Jerusalem. That's the only way they woke up. They started dropping dead in the wilderness. That's the only way they woke up. That's the only way you're going to quit Israel. That's the only way you're going to wake up. So May is the third month of the Hebrew calendar. A lot of things is going to happen in May. A lot of things is going to happen in May. And I told you in March when I made a video, a lot of people that was here in 2024 won't be here in 2025. Now look, the Pope dead. The Pope just dropped out. The God of Israel told me some people that was in 2024 won't be here in 2025. And all of a sudden he dropped out. Pay attention to what the prophet is saying to you. If you want to connect with the real God, if you want to understand the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, if you want clear direction, connect with the prophet of the God of Israel. I have so much information that I need to share with the remnant about prayer. They don't even know how to pray. You don't even know how to pray. You don't even know how the God of Israel wants you to pray to connect with him. I have information about the Sabbath that you don't understand, that you're not doing, that you need to understand so you can begin to please the God of Israel on the Sabbath day. I have so many things that I need to share with the remnant. I have so many, but y'all keep looking at me like she's a woman and she this and she that. Yes, whatever I am, the God of Israel is using me. Don't matter what I am. He using me. He used whoever he want to use. I have a lot of information. But I have to hold it and I have to seal it until the remnant release themselves. They got to release. You got the third month and you got the 7th month. The 7th month is also a very, very, very symbolic month. Number 7, 3 and 7. Those are the God of Israel numbers there, 3 and 7. You have other numbers, but 3 and 7 is the way he's working with the remnant. That's how he's dealing with the remnant, 3 and 7. That's exactly how he's dealing with the remnant. Let's go to the next precept, okay? Let's go to Leviticus 25, 39 through 41 verse. We have a few more scriptures and I'm going to leave. We're going to look up the word Jubilee. We're going to look up the word Jubilee because Jubilee is 2026. It's a Jubilee year. Oh my God. Woo, y'all already know what happened in Jubilee when we was in Israel. Watch out, people. Pay attention. Pay attention. I'm telling you, it's about to get off the hook in a minute. It's about to get off the hook. Leviticus 25. I can keep fooling yourselves all you want. These people, them elders and them bishops and pastors, they can't tell you nothing. They don't know nothing. Leviticus 25, 36. 39, I'm sorry, 39. Leviticus 25, 39. Okay? I'm speaking to you prophetically. Everything I'm saying to you is prophetically. It's prophetic. Prophetic. I don't speak nothing that somebody taught me and told me. The God of Israel hires my teacher, my leader, my king, my savior. He all of that. And the mother of Jerusalem. She my queen, my mother, my teacher, my leader, all of that. I don't need no man to teach me anything. Because they teach me everything. They tell me everything I need to know. You wonder what's going on. Oh, you know, Trump doing this. Trump ain't doing nothing. Trump is not doing nothing, okay? The God of Israel, Ahaya, is doing it. Get your mind off of that man. He's not in control. The God of Israel is in control. He's going to snatch everything to get his remnant free. Excuse me. My allergies up, y'all. I'm telling you. I already know. Leviticus 25. I'm trying to finish. I'm going to finish. Leviticus 25, 39. Y'all don't want to know nothing. Want to keep listening to some man or what somebody done left the Hebrew Israelite church. They don't know what to do, people. They don't know what to do. All they can tell you is you need some food or you need to do this. No, man. Yes, you do need food. You do. Where you going to put some food? Where you going to put some food at? You going to put some food in America? That's where you going to put your food. Oh, no, people. No. That's not where the God of Israel wants you to put food. You got to escape. You got to escape Babylon. You got to do like Abraham. Pack your stuff and leave Babylon. And go to a land where Ahia will show you where you need to plant, what you need to do. Come on, people, wake up. Wake up. How you going to put something in somewhere? They got chemtrails everywhere and the land is polluted, the soil is polluted, everything's polluted, chemtrails fly. Why do I even want to plant why would I even want to plant something in a place like that? Why? What kind of mindset do you have, Israel, that you want to plant something in somewhere so polluted, where you got so much oppression and depression and Oh my God. Oh no, that. So much opposition. That ain't what the God of Israel wants you to do. When you plant and have food and dig your wells and all of that, you have to be a free people. And the only way you're going to be free is you got to escape. It says, Leviticus 25:39. And if thy brother that dwell by thee be waxing poor, and be sold unto thee, thou should not compel him to serve as a bond servant, but as a hired servant, and as a sojourner. He shall be with thee, and shall serve thee until the year of Jubilee. Jubilee is next year. I know y'all can't believe, but it's true. It's true. The Jubilee year is next year. We have reached 50 years almost. Anybody want to understand the calculation? Just leave me a comment. Leave me a comment. Leave me a comment. That means you want to elevate your mind. You want to elevate yourself. You want to know. You want to understand. You want to learn. Leave me a comment. Because I don't got time to waste the God of Israel knowledge, wisdom, and understanding on people that don't want to know it and don't believe. Verse 41. Let's look up the word Jubilee in the Hebrew. Jubilee is Hebrew number 3104. It says Yobel, Yobel in the Hebrew, the blast of a horn from its continuous sound, specifically the signal of the several trumpets. Hence, the instrument itself in the festival thus introduced jubilees, rams, horns, and trumpets. Yeah, this is what our ancestors did. That's exactly what they did. And we can do it too if we come together as one, as we free release ourselves and be a free people like the God of Israel wants us to be. Okay, next precept. Let's go to Proverbs 4 and 23. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it is the issues of life. Out of it is the issues of life. Keep your heart with all diligence. Out of it is the issues of life. You got a lot of problems in here. You have a lot of problems that you try to ignore. That you trying to ignore. I don't have to read no another precept. I already told you what it is. 7 times 7, 49. 49. Year of release. What is they teaching you? Oh, we need food, or we need to do this. We need no, right now you need to keep the law. That's what, if any leader, let me speak to you a word of wisdom right now from the God of Israel. If any leader that call themselves standing in front of you, Israel, and they not taking you to the law of the God of Israel, and they not teaching you the law of the God of Israel, and y'all not gathering yourself together as one to learn the law of the God of Israel, don't follow that leader. Don't follow that leader. They just take you through one or two, a little scripture here and a scripture there. We're going to go to this scripture. No, no, no. They cannot help you because they don't know how to help their own self. Don't listen to no leader that's not taking you to the God of Israel law. It's all about his law right now. It's all about respecting his law, reading his law, understanding his law, teaching his law, observing his law. Law, 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 law. Why? It's a year release. And the only way you can be released by the God of Israel is that you go to his law. That's why he told me 7 times 7, 7 laws, 7 days, daughter. He took me to the law, the very first law. Know that there is a God. Don't follow nobody that ain't teaching you the law. Is not talking about the law, does not observe the law, does not taking you to the law. Don't follow them. Don't follow them. You notice when the children of Israel, our ancestors, left Egypt, they followed Moses all the way to the wilderness, and when they got there, the God of Israel gave them his law. That's what it's about. That's exactly what it's about. You want to know what you're doing wrong? What you're doing wrong is not taking the children of Israel to the law of the God of Israel. They don't know how to pray. They don't know when to pray. They don't know how to keep the Sabbath day. They don't understand the Sabbath day. It's so many things that the children of Israel is not doing that they need to do. But again, they don't have no leaders. They don't have no leaders to help them and show them what they need to do because the leaders don't know. They're not no prophet, no way. They can't lead the children of Israel. So I'm just here to relay a message. I'm gonna read one more Bible verse. I'm just here to relay this message. No, things are not gonna get better. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. I'm telling you, do not believe that. Don't believe. It's the year release. And if you don't release yourself, Israel, the God of Israel going to force you to release yourself. Pay attention to May. May is a lot going to happen this month in May. A lot going to happen in the 7th month. When is the 7th month? May, June, July, August, September. A lot going to happen in September. That's around the Feast of Tabernacle up in there. The end of the ending of the year is coming in. The end of year. Gather yourselves together at the end of every year. Gather yourselves together. It's time for us to gather as the remnant. As the remnant. How do you know you're the remnant? How do you know you're the remnant? Let me tell you how you know. The way you're going to know that you are the remnant is when you can hear the God of Israel prophet. That's the only way you're going to know you the remnant. When you can, when somebody say they the God of Israel prophet, that's huge. Because you ain't got nobody that's saying that today. Who said that? Elder Ricard not saying. EEE them not saying. PIC them not saying. The Christian church ain't saying. They Jesus prophets. I said I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel. Prophet. Who do you know in the earth that's confessing that? Tell me. Please, I need to know myself. I need to know who is saying that they the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob prophet. Who is saying that they the God of Israel prophet? Who? Who is saying to you that they speaking to you prophetically? Who is real? Who? Tell me who? Who is trying to wake you up so you can connect with the real God, the God of Israel? Who? Nobody. I'm putting my life on the line for you, remnant, because I have to do that, because I am the prophet of the Hebrew nation. I must do that. Who is putting their life on the line? Who is telling you that Ahia, that they are the prophet of Ahia? Nobody. So if you don't want to hear me, you don't want to hear the prophet of the God of Israel, you don't want to understand, you don't want to accept, you don't want to accept, just like the children of Israel in the wilderness. They did not want to accept what Moses was telling them. They didn't want to believe that Moses was a prophet. They came up against him. We don't need no prophet. We got our elders out here in the wilderness. We don't need no prophet. We don't need Moses. We don't need Aaron. We don't need Miriam. We got our elders out here. Our elders been with us since we've been in Egypt. We don't need Moses. Who is Moses to tell us what to do? You know what I'm saying? The same exact stuff that's going on back then, going on today. Y'all don't want to believe. You don't want to accept. You don't want to accept. You keep rejecting the God of Israel. Rejecting. The mother of Jerusalem, great Holy Spirit said, daughter, they rejected. They rejected. They rejected everything that you telling them. They rejecting. They keep rejecting. They keep pushing, reject. Everything that God in you, they reject. Who gonna save you, Israel? Who gonna help you? Who gonna help you? Who? Tell me who, please. Your pastor? They gonna help you? Your bishop? Your elders? Who is going to help you? Nobody. That's why that's why the God of Israel went on the backside of a mountain and got Moses from the top of a mountain and told him, go to Pharaoh and tell Pharaoh to let my people go. Who did he have in Egypt to help the children of Israel to be free? Absolutely nobody. Because everybody in Egypt was tied up to all the Egyptian gods. The Egyptian gods and all of that stuff, they was doing their rituals and all the stuff that they was doing in Egypt, they do it right now today. Same thing. But I'm here and I'm getting ready to leave. We are in the year release. So keep your mind off for Donald Trump. Because everything Donald Trump is doing, it have everything to do with what the God of Israel wants to happen. To wake up the remnant. It's the year of release. You don't want to be released, Israel? Okay, that's your choice. 7 times 7, 49. The next year is the year of Jubilee. Talk to y'all later. Subscribe, like the video, share. Thank you, listener, whoever you are.